Alright, whole lot of Tron videos coming up. I accidentally didn't play too long and went into my opponent's first turn. I think this is the one where I did the pre in the game one as well. So going for Codex Shredder first. I'm hoping I can start milling stuff like crazy. I mean, aside from that, it looks like a decent hand. I don't have discard though, so I don't really have a whole lot of information on what my opponent's on. And this is the red-green Tron variant. So do the lantern, try to get some info, and I think I name Expedition Map while he's tapped out. And grab the Ghost Quarter with the stirrings. Now I run 4 Ghost Quarter, 4 stirrings, so yeah. And Star there, I was worried that he was going to be able to use it on Sylvan Scrying and get the 3rd Tron land. So before I got a Ghost Quarter, I was like, nope. So still trying to keep my opponent off Tron. I do have 2 mill rocks. Opponent has 2 cantrips. So really, like, if my opponent stacks it right, they'll be just fine. Yeah, I draw the Inquisition, hoping to get some info, and I need a lightning bolt for my troubles. And I see the Karn and Worldbreaker in hand. I'm like, well, I really need to keep him off of Tron and or 7 mana. So yeah, this is where so things start going a little crazy here, I think. So yeah, no, he allows it to go through. I do need to get rid of the chromatic sphere, of course. So what I do is if I react first, if I shredder, in response he draws, in response I Ghost Quarter, in response he draws, he's going to get the sphere no matter what. And then with sphere, my opponent can get any card they want out of their library. They just have to wait until it's on top, and then you know, crack the sphere and draw it. I was like, well, I can't have that, so I can't start it. I have to wait for either my opponent starts it, or I have to wait until I have this Pixis untapped to be able to recover. So I'll wait for the Pixis, and now I try to start it to try to pop these off. And opponent just lets it go instead, because they could try to pop them off, but I'll probably win the fight. Yeah, and now I'm trying to Ghost Quarter that stirrings away, because now, like, if I don't do it, they can just draw the stirrings, and then I'm in trouble. So I have to try to hope that, you know, something happens here where I'll be okay, or at least, let's say they're going to get the stirrings, right? Maybe they can pop these stars, and I mill in such a way that I mill a threat, and they draw blank off of the stirrings. That's my hope here. So do there, and do there. Now right here, my opponent skips right through and just like resolves it. I still have a lantern here, and I saw that Oblivion Stone. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Like, no, I still have responses, dude. So I had to remind my opponent, like, no, go back. So this takes a little bit as we're talking through it, and I'm like, no, you do not draw that stone. You need to undo that draw. I still have a lantern out that I'm going to make you shuffle. So this is us talking all through it. Yeah, so this is going to take a little bit. Yeah, opponent got a little bit too hasty on that Oblivion Stone thing. So there, and this is where I lantern away the stone, and yeah. So I'm still hoping. Oh yeah, he goes to get the forest for my Ghost Quarter, and Yeah, this is me still hoping that everything's okay. And yeah, opponent draws 2 cards. And fortunately, I did cut him off Tron with the tower, and the piece that he got was the power plant. But now they have 5 lands and the stirrings. And there's the tower. Oh my god. Crap. So now I have to dig to like a ghost quarter or something. And instead I get a needle. It's like, well, I mean, I figured that Karn was the big threat. And, you know, maybe I can somehow stack some stuff. I don't think I knew he drew the other World Breaker, so I was like, well, my out is that I draw another needle. And then I can just needle Karn. I do not draw another needle. So I play Bridge now, because I figure, okay, well now he plays Karn, and then I give my stuff an out still, I draw a needle, and I play Bridge, and I'm still okay. But yeah, Karn gets rid of Bridge. So now, again, my only out is to draw a needle. And it's not a needle. It's an Inquisition. And I don't play the Bridge yet, and I keep the Inquisition in hand because my out, as far as I know, I still don't know about the other World Breaker, is to draw a needle again. There is an Inventor's Fair, though. I think that's what I end up doing. Yeah, unfortunately, Oblivion Stone is real poopy for me. And really, I'm pretty sure my outs are done here. But, yeah. I named Karn there. You know, best I got. Because I still didn't know about the other World Breaker, and I figured, okay, so if my opponent pops the stone, sure, Karn stays around, but then all of my opponent's threats go away. And maybe somehow I'll top deck another needle, like my 4th needle, or a stirrings to get it, or something, before my opponent is able to draw another threat. But that does not happen. That's when I see the other World Breaker. I'm like, well, that's game. I still, you know, play it, but yeah, rough. So game 2. This is me still trying it. But yeah, I'm on fast forward. I have the Inquisition and I have a lock and a bridge. Like, well, that's not bad. And I see this, and I'm like, oh, yes, he's got no threat. So if I can land the lock fast enough so it doesn't get a threat, I'll be okay. I mean, there is a star, so I got to worry about that. But I got that. I have to get rid of this sphere, unfortunately. And it just so happens that there's another sphere underneath. I was like, crap. So really, like, the game is over at this point. Because he's got Tron and he's got Sphere. So all he has to do is wait until Ulamog is on top and he's safe. So my only hope is to draw, like, I don't remember if I kept the Abrupt Decays in Postboard, but it's to stop that Sphere somehow. And there's an Ulamog. I think, yeah, opponent pops the Sphere, there's the Ulamog. I lose. And I was like, well, okay, maybe if he plays the Ulamog and exiles a couple things. And so I keep my opal in my hand, and I'm like, okay, well, if I can get, you know, lands fast enough, I can land Bridge, and then, like, keep him off of more threats. Yeah, so Thoughtseize, that's not bad, right? And I go for it. It's between Ulamog and Karn. I was like, well, Karn, I want to say Karn was the faster threat of the two. So I grabbed it. Because Karn was going to land next turn. Ulamog still takes a little bit. So I am able to get into a Ghost Quarter, though. So that's going to help me out a little bit. Unfortunately, he had duplicates of every single one in his hand. And I don't think I knew that. I don't know. If I did, then I was dumb and I wasn't paying enough attention. And yeah, there's an extirpate on top. So maybe what I should have done there was, yeah, probably what I should have done there was to wait and then extirpate after the ghost quarter. So it's probably a misplay on my behalf. Yeah, it's too late now. They got all three. I have to get another ghost quarter immediately. Yeah. And I don't. I get into a freaking shredder. I'm like, well, here comes Ulamog. And what's worse is the Sanctum. And now I'm trying to dig into lands. Now, I pass turn instead because I know my opponent got the World Breaker and I don't want my opponent to exile my land. So, swings, there goes 20 cards and 10 life, and World Breaker takes out Opal. So I was like, it's fine if I can, like, I don't know, get another Opal or something. I should have known though. See, there's two, so there's one Opal left in the deck. Yeah. I'd have to draw Opal, but I'd miscount it. I'm like, well, if I draw land, I'll be okay, because then I can play land and Opal. But yeah, I draw the land, and I'm like, oh, I'm a dummy, because I can't play 2 lands in a turn, and I'm 1 mana short. So if I had drawn an Opal, I went ahead and I looked through real quick to see, like, what are the chances of me drawing the last Opal. Not good. Because I looked 3 cards down, I have 3 mill rocks here. I mean, that was the correct play, regardless if it would have worked or not, and I did not do it. So that's 2 misplays this game. It cost me. All right, so I'll just save this one. I think this was it. Yeah, and I'll start recording the other ones.